You've said being nude in a safe, non-sexual public environment is incredibly empowering. Sounds scary. Tell me about the empowerment.
Yes. Look, like anything else that we experience in our lives, the first time is always daunting. And, that's reflected from most people who might attend an event. With Positively Bare, so a company that I'm a part owner in, running Naked in Nature photography, there are a lot of nerves for first-timers before attending one of our events. A recent event that we ran was at Lerida Estate Winery, and we had 50 participants for our Naked in the Vines Day. We actually, due to weather, moved it indoors, but we still, managed to take some incredibly artistic, creative shots in the vines. Now, all of that sounds like a really fun day if you're wearing clothes. However, the removal of that layer of clothing, there's an element to it that just immediately removes a barrier between you and the person next to you. You've already dropped a front of yourself. How you display yourself to the world. There is what do I want to say?
A material barrier?
Yeah.
Some protection?
There is, yes. And so with our layer of clothing on, we are putting ourselves out there for anyone else in the vicinity to see, and that's how we are judged. Without that layer from the two parties, I guess, in that particular space, that level of judgment really drops as well. You are interacting with people nude, and while that might seem like possibly the worst thing in the world to some people, the feedback that we get from participants after our events is that they feel so refreshed, enlightened, and empowered just being in their own skin, because the event runs exactly the same as if we were clothed or if we were nude. There's extra precautions we put in place, like please sit on a towel. But, ultimately, we're doing exactly the same thing. We're tasting some wine, we're eating some delicious cheese, we're creating some art, both of which can be done clothed or naked. But by removing the layer of clothing, it's almost as if you've made 50 instant friends, because everyone in that room knows that everyone else has those same nerves. So, there's the initial trepidation as to, oh gosh, do I get undressed yet? But as soon as everyone is derobed, it's like a mindset shift within the whole space. Everyone's instantly happy.
And for somebody experienced like yourself, what do you do to help first-timers relax, get into it, enjoy the event, because they're also there to feel empowered.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want them to be feeling empowered half the way and just be nervous right at the beginning. What are some of the things that you do to help them relax and actually enjoy?
Yeah. So we actually reach out to people who haven't attended an event before, and offer them just a space to ask any questions. Having that open line of communication, directly to me or to one of the other owners, to get any answers that might sort of have been, questions burning, to try and relax those nerves. We've also got a really great group of people that have attended multiple events for Positively Bare or with Get Naked Australia. And oftentimes we'll try and link people up so that, if we know there's a first timer coming who might be a little bit nervous, they don't necessarily have to contact me directly. There could be someone else involved in that conversation that they might even sort of meet up with 10 minutes before the event or something like that, just as a bit of an icebreaker so that they know someone. They're a little bit more comfortable. They don't feel like they're attending all by themselves to an event that they're already uncomfortable, initially attending. We try and keep it as friendly and inclusive as possible to try and ease people's first steps.